any questions you have?
Is that road gonna go through the ballpark on Castle Road?
That road is going through what is now a parking lot. And the parking lot will be relocated. We are currently working with the school district on that. We've identified a path forward. Everybody's in agreement. Actually, we should be able to execute that shortly. Yeah. Jerry? Nothing?
It's exciting.
Mr. Mayor?
A lot of work.
Involved in a lot of things. Questions at the moment, good presentation.
Jake?
You're keeping me busy.
No, Don.
No, it's great
Don, you
stuff,
have
I
any
think.
questions? Mr. White, any questions? Anything to clarify?
Just how much does Xerox want to get rid of some of their roads so that they are public roads? And how quick, what is their time frame for that?
I would say that their time frame is as soon as possible. However, what does that really, what would that entail?
Well,
They would gladly deed them, they would gladly deed them over tomorrow.
correct, but the village doesn't want to take dedication of substandard roads.
Absolutely not.
And if you're only coming up with $500,000 from the feds, I don't know.
And 500,000 from the state.
I thought you said it was 50% match from the state.
Right, so the state will match those dollars, basically one for one,
Oh,
up to 1.8 million.
okay.
So,
Anyway, I don't see how this is really coming, that part of it, anyhow, is going to come together unless,
well, there needs to be more money brought to the table.
that's, sure, yeah, that's for certain.
Yeah.
It doesn't seem like Xerox is willing to bring much of any money to the table.
There's a lot going on in that area, but you're right, that it clearly is that is the challenge du jour of how do we get the money to bring the roads up to a standard that Jake would be willing to accept. And in the end, that's the standard that we need to meet.
Right.
So the goal currently, I think, would be to focus just on Panama and Orchard as a phase. And then maybe, I think the next step would be, what is that minimum standard and what do we think? We have a large plan of what I think we would love to see happen with those roads, right? But do we move forward with a lesser version to keep the project active? Or is it really just not in the village's interest to take a lesser version of what the larger vision is, right? If it's just a repaved surface with the same striping pattern and we just move on to what public benefit is there. I think there's questions those questions need to be answered. It's not simple, cut and dry. I'm not pushing for it just to happen, just for it to happen. There has to be a substantial public interest involved for the village to take this on.
I did have one note here that you cut me off guard, so I didn't read it, but with the community access project at Xerox, your second bullet point there is we need to help identify a master developer. What is that role, or what's that look like, or what's function that person or entity serve?
So the master developer would be for that, the developer of that 88 acre site.
Okay.
Yep.
That's it.
Yeah, trying to identify the private sector that's going to step forward, because at that point, then we have more private money involved, and then there's a lot more opportunity for public sector dollars from other sources to get involved if they see that there's someone with skin in the game making an investment. Get what I'm saying? Like if the ball starts rolling downhill, more people and resources may come to bear on the project. We were hoping to do just the opposite, right? We were hoping to spur private sector interest with some public dollars, but maybe now it's going to end up being the other way around, right? So we're not giving up on it. We're just maybe changing course.
Thank you.
Okay. Thank you very much.
There's a lot going on,
Yeah,
Matt.
there is a lot. Does there need to be a resolution regarding the public meeting,
That's what they're
do you
discussing.
think? Technically, it is a village public information meeting. It's not a WEDA meeting, because the village is the applicant for the New York Forward Grant. It's not a hearing, though. It's just an informational meeting. So I'm not sure if the public notice perspective matters on
It
that.
depends on if there's gonna be board members
I don't believe there is intended to be a quorum of board members.
there. We can always just send it to the
Resolutions are
Herald
free,
just to be
right?
sure.
I thought they were free. It would be great if it was something that I could put in the grant application, that there's a resolution that they did that. Kind of important.
So that, well,
Information meeting, was that the 21st?
6 to 8 p.m. on the 21st of September.
Well, you're doing some kind of a notification so that members of the public show up to this meeting, right?
Yes. This is more of just on the formality side, to meet the requirements of the grant submission.
If you send me something, I can send it to the Herald tomorrow.
Okay.
Unless a quorum of this board shows up to conduct village business, it's not really subject to the open meetings law.
Okay.
So they just all can't come.
Well, no, they can come,
Then I just have to go to.
but if they're just sitting there, I don't think that.
There's no presentation, there's no meeting, as much as there is just an open forum for,
But any
Rick,
time-
you
We'll take a resolution just to allow the room to be open. For the purpose of public comment.
I don't think you did it.
Just to be certain, it couldn't hurt just to put some kind of notice in the Webster Herald and have Heather post something on the door of the village office.
okay, perfect.
And then that, even if it were subject to the open meetings law, that would satisfy the notice provisions.
Okay.
How long ago was this meeting scheduled? Well, it's not a regularly scheduled meeting. If it's scheduled more than 7 days in advance, you're supposed to give, off the top of my head,
3 days.
3 days notice, I think it's 72 hours
Yeah.
notice.
But that's only,
Yeah, so-
only 5 people can be there if they're gonna be meeting about.
But you just like a resolution to hold a public information meeting on the 21st from 6 to 8 for the New York Forward Grant applications and plans?
Yes, sir.
Because that would help in the application and stuff when he puts that in there.
Agree. So if I repeat what he just said, we can.
Not something.
A resolution to hold a public information meeting for the New York Forward Grant application on September 21st from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Who seconded?
There's only three.
I think Mr. Lauer is,
Trustee Alito,
Aye.
Trustee Lauer,
Aye.
Mayor Byers.
Aye.
Motion passes.